The opening bounce here at the MCG. Not a huge crowd, but a very good day for football. Ground looking pretty good too. Robrin wins it out of the centre. Rashudo, well, they're going to want him to use his strength today. And he charges down to half forward, only as far as the defensive Darcy. Gives it across to Simons. Simons runs through half back, has a bit of time, gets away from McLeod, kicks towards Hurd, who takes a good mark. James Hurd thought about going on with it quickly, then kicks into the man on the mark. It's going to be okay though. Cockatoo Collins gives it back to Hurd. Hurd kicks a high ball in towards Salmon. He's surrounded. Out at the back. Socket off the ground for a goal. What a start. Matthew Lloyd, welcome. Welcome to the league ranks.
And first kick, first goal. Well done, young man. And there he is. What a soccer style. That is a thrill, isn't it, Peter?
Fantastic.
Here it is, Hurd. Making a bit of a mess of it here, but it's interesting the way that Essendon grouped on the back line there. The Adelaide players ran at the ball. Essendon fellows dropped back, quick ball out of the centre by Rashudo, cleared by Essendon, and here's Lloyd running behind the pack, and it's good to see them start to rove to Salmon, because that's the only thing they can do is punch it away from Salmon.
Well, here go the Crows again. Rashudo down towards full forward. They need a quick reply. Here's Hall, giving it off to Modra. Modra on the left foot, sneaks it in for a goal. Good play by the key forwards. Just what they wanted, Adelaide, a quick reply. They didn't want what happened against Collingwood, 3 or 4 quick ones. Good team play by Tony Hall.
Actually, that was a good goal by Modra because of the fact he lined it up, he dribbled along the ground. It was also a good play by Hall, as you called there, Peter. And that's an excellent kick from goal by Tony Modra. Excellent.
So a good start by both sides in the opening couple of minutes here at the MCG. Robin again to contest in the middle, up against Somerville. It's his birthday today, so he'll be wanting a big day. Tregenza gets it back to Robin, off to McDermott, the 200 gamer, back towards Tregenza, up towards half forward. Simon's running back with the flight of the football. Has a bit of time now. What can he set up? Can he get past Rashudo? Can't get past Wellman, but eventually finishes with the football. Well done. To half forward, Hurd again the target. No mark taken. Hand pass goes astray. Socket off the ground, it goes back towards the middle. Picked up by O'Donnell. Into the man on the mark. He wobbles it to half forward. Socket off the ground towards Wanganeen. Got a hand to it, but that was all. Wanganeen in again. Hard applies the tackle. And it's a South Australian free kick. And it's going to be taken by Ben Hart. Or will it be Tyson Edwards? It'll be Edwards.
They're already, you can see them far more intense, Sandy. The kick comes towards centre wing. Wiedemann couldn't take the mark. The ball hits the deck. Here's Anderson. They want a big game for him. Too slow. Playing against his former side. Here's Denham, obviously picking up McGuinness. Quick hand pass comes back from Morgan. The kick towards half forward. Hurd flies from the side of the pack. Here's Wanganeen. He's playing up forward. It's a loose ball with Hurd, but it's a free kick. It'll come back to the half forward line. It'll go the way of Gavin Wanganeen.
Mark Bickley disposed of Wanganeen after he got rid of the ball. Threw him hard into the turf.
Wanganeen.
It's a little bit hard out there too, pretty dry.
With perfect conditions for football. Hardly a breath of wind. You see Wanganeen went up forward against the Swans last week and lifted them in that third quarter. Salmon is down there, but he's not there back in the pocket. Here's O'Connor flying for it. Hurd, O'Connor, socket away. That was good play to save the day. Tyson Edwards as he headed for the line.
O'Connor was being held, I think. When he came down there, looked as if he was.
Expecting a top of 14. Well, we've reached that at the moment. Just a cool day, but excellent for footballers. Robrin goes over the top of Ryan O'Connor, forcing another bounce.
It's a big Essendon side when you look at it. Salmon, O'Connor, Somerville, Fletcher. Down the other end you've got Cummings.
And punters obviously believing that the Bombers will do this fairly easily, starting them at 8-1 on.
Interesting, Fletcher's going with Anderson, Sandy, and they're forward of the centre square in Essendon's half.
From the throw-in, Somerville and Robrin. Mercury can't get a clear run. Robrin can. Towards centre wing he goes. Towards the Weed and also McLeod. The latter forcing the ball towards left half forward, but then flicked to the boundary line for another throw-in.
Good coaching by Robert Shaw, Scotty, to get Mark Prosciutto at the centre bounces, because they need a bit of toughness there, don't they?
He's a good player, Peter, for a youngster in the game.
Gets in
he's really hard at
it
the area. He's really hard at it, and it's terrific.
Somerville wins it. Robrin tries to take it away. It was Morgan who got it out. Now a chance for Simons, taking it from Denham to Hurd, backing into the pack, couldn't take it. Mercury is there, gives it away to Cockatoo Collins, 51 metres out. Which way will the bounce go? Favours Chalmers, gets the hand pass away over to Connell. They're not out of it yet. The Bombers applying the pressure. Bickley's tucked in the back pocket, has a look towards half back, and pulling down, or tried to pull down a one-hander, was Jamieson. Couldn't quite do so. Denham gives it away to Long. Had it, lost it, tries to get it back again.
Bit of pressure out there.
They're certainly having a go this week. Tregenza was in there for a minute. McGuinness working hard. They surround him. He is smothered.
The pressure being applied by both sides. The ball really didn't move cleanly out of the back line and didn't go cleanly into the forward line either. So the way the boy is handling the ball indicates
good umpiring by Grant Vernon too, not to just pluck a free kick. They're all going in after it. Here's Wanganeen. O'Donnell also. It's at half back with Tregenza. Good play by Tregenza to get it towards the half forward line. The Bombers, it's a free kick though. It'll go the way, I think it's going Essendon's way to Denham. It is. He's playing on McGuinness, so that'll be a terrific clash. As will Hurd versus Nigel Smart. Here's Hurd getting away from him. Gets on with it quickly to Cockatoo Collins. Here's Salmon at the back, but chipping across with courage with Ben Hart. That is a fantastic mark. And away he goes to centre wing and Anderson. He has it thumped away from him. Oh, Tony Hall gets collected hard. And this is an intense game.
I was just watching the way Dustin Fletcher went after that. Then when Anderson had it, gee, for a big man, he really did make up some yardage. Tony Hall copping I thought a heavy one, but he seems to be all right. Going down to the forward pocket.
Scores level here at the MCG. Opening quarter. Robrin wins it, flicking it towards the boundary line. Anderson keeps it in play. Spirals a punt to right half forward. David Grenvold, former Glenelg player. Beaten for it by Wellman, who's pushed over the line
in the back,
and he's going to get a free kick.
He also threw the ball too, didn't he?
Sean Wellman from right half forward. Centering kick in towards half forward. Darcy could have been interfered with. Plays on, puts his body over the ball, and they lock it up at half back.
I just can't get over the level of commitment of Adelaide in this game compared to against Collingwood. It's just, I think it's the last time we'll mention the Collingwood game, but just enormous difference.
Robrin again with Somerville. The latter won it, but Wellman makes sure that the ball goes nowhere. He just ties David Grenvold up on that 50-metre line. So the big men go at it again. Somerville, who's 27 today, gives it to Grenvold, who flicks it in towards Mercury. A fine mark. Has a look down towards half forward, down towards Hurd territory. Jamieson is there. Smart is also there. The fire-walking Scrabble champion makes sure that it stays in that area. And another bounce.
And there's James Hurd, a real up-and-coming star of the game. And I'm looking forward to that clash because Nigel Smart, one of the best players in the Adelaide side. Now here's Hurd doing the ruck work. Quick kick comes out from Edwards. Close to the boundary line. Lloyd using his body well. Round the boundary line goes Connell, the former West Coast Eagle. A poor bounce for Anderson. Wanganeen goes in after, but it's a free kick to Anderson. And the Essendon crowd don't like it. So he's wearing the goatee. He's got that goatee beard.
They don't like the free kick or Anderson.
Wait a minute. It's Anderson more than the free kick. You're dead right. And a hero a couple of years ago when he played with the Bombers. So half forward for Essendon, and there's the Weed. Fearsome sight. It's as though he's just off a Viking ship. It's tapped down by Robrin. There's Morgan. Quick hand pass down towards the half forward line. Hart put himself in. Good player, Ben Hart. Back he comes. Tregenza tries to soccer it. Prosciutto's there also. Morgan again. Well played again as it's Tregenza, but he kicks it off the ground straight to Fletcher.
Dustin Fletcher plays on quickly. It slews off the side of the boot. Won't worry James Hurd.
He can get up in the air, can't he?
Strong chest mark. Salmon on a lead.
He's not bad, is he, Hurt? He's not a big man. He plays that centre-half forward position so very, very well, mainly because he's got tremendous courage. He's a good marker and he can get up in the air, which makes it up for his lack of height. And Salmon on the move before Hurt had got rid of it.
He's kicked 11 goals, 8 Don so far this year.
He hasn't played too many games, Sandy.
Limited opportunities.
Yeah.
His big week was last week when he booted 200 as the boys on the Crow bench look on. Salmon from just outside 40 metres. It's away to the right, I fear. And one behind. This is Hart from the back pocket. Away he goes. 21st birthday tomorrow. To centre wing. Ben Hart's kick, well, it was high, but that was all. Fletcher will bring it back.
Fletcher on centre wing. They've got a man up, Adelaide. Morgan gives it off to Simons. Simons, the chip pass into half forward. Here he is again. Hurd, no mark. Gets in a quick hand pass. Here's a chance. Around the corner goes Mercury. Straight up in the air.
Oh, good mark.
Good mark. Running back with a flight by Chalmers. A very, very strong mark.
That was an excellent mark.
Difficult.
Look at this. Well done.
So Chalmers, a nice kick of a football. Robin flies, punched away by Somerville. I think he might have
No, Robin hand on the shoulder.
So it's a hand on the shoulder. So it's a free kick. It'll go to Ryan O'Connor. O'Connor. A booming kick. Danger for Adelaide because Salmon is there. It's thumped the ground. Then they come after Sean Wellman. Sockers it. Oh, he's kicked it straight to Mark Mercury. Mercury says, thank you very much. And he might have missed. And he has. A point only. Oh, dangerous play by Wellman. But luck's a fortune because Mark Mercury missed it.
Just over 10 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Rod Jamieson has played every game this year. One of just 5 Crows to have not missed one. Grenwald may take it back again. He does. Picks it up now. Gives it to Mr. Reliable, Gary O'Donnell. He goes for home. And he kicks a goal.
So back to the centre. 8 points Essendon lead by. They've had most of the play. Here's McDermott getting it to McGuinness. Gee, they've played some great games for Adelaide over the years. But a good mark taken by Fletcher. Those forwards have got to just work that little bit harder, get in front. There's Darcy out the long. Big danger here. It's Long. Sprints clear. Hurd again. Hugs it to his chest. And look at the way he gets back.
He's in front too, Peter.
Great player, Hurd. In towards Salmon. Danger. Salmon. 3 bites of the cherry and he's got it. Too tall. But the secret was Hurd getting back quickly and getting it to the forward line.
But also Fletcher did well too, didn't he? I mean, Adelaide, what they're doing down there, Adelaide players are rushing into the square. If they get the break out, it's a quick one. And consequently, the half-back line, as we saw then, Fletcher unattended. They did that with the first one of the game, and it rebounded. And now Salmon has got it for a chance at his second. Oh, no, his first.
James Hurd, 4 kicks, 4 marks, 4 hand passes.
Nigel Smart will really have to lift his game. As we see Salmon for his first of the game and Essendon's third. There's the drop punt. It's a good-looking kick. It's a goal. So Salmon kicks his first. And the Bombers on top. They lead 3-2 to 1 goal.
Well, is today the day he's going to kick a bag full, Paul Salmon, because I've seen him do this before, as I mentioned in the introduction. He'll start off well and then just seems to die out of it. Lack of consistency throughout the game. But look at the height of the man. I mean, not impossible, but very, very hard to stop. Because he's got mobility, he's got height, he's got strength, and he's got a football brain, he's got football ability. He's got everything.
Back in the middle once again. Robin and Somerville. And a tackle too high on Daniel Morgan. And 50 metres. Chris McDermott playing his 100th game, had a bit to say, and Grant Vernon said, well, now you can come for a jog. And it could be a jog that's going to cost him 6 points. Daniel Morgan from 45 metres has made the distance.
They hurt, don't they? Especially forward a centre, a 50-metre penalty. And McDermott paying the price. Yeah. He wouldn't have to send the runner out to Chris McDermott because he knew exactly what he'd done. And it'd be rubbed into him by that kick goal. Good kick from young Daniel Morgan.
So 4-2 plays a goal as Gary O'Donnell kicks it forward. Hurd is there. Couldn't mark. A free kick holding the man. A free kick to Essendon. And I think it's Mercury. I'll pick him up. Yes, it is Mark Mercury. Was held, but he didn't have it. He made sure the umpire saw it. And he will kick from 40 metres. Well, after a promising start by Adelaide, Essendon getting right on top, kicking for their 5th year, Mark Mercury. And it's through the middle. So not good signs for Adelaide at the moment, because they now trail by 4-2.
See, that was a beautiful kick for goal. I hope we've got this on replay. His style, the way he just jumps through the ball. Here it is. Look at this. Oh, it's nice. Very good. Kicked 3 goals last week, Mark Mercury. He averages over 20 possessions, namely, well, 22 possessions a game. It's poetry in motion.
Ominous signs for the Crows. 3 goals in as many minutes. 32 plays 6 the Bombers' way. Robin comes charging over the top. It goes over the head of Nick Pesh and also Denham. Simons, well, he's like a piece of elastic and he threads his way through, goes up to half forward, and a strong mark is taken by Ryan O'Connor.
These forwards are playing in front, Sandy.
But how could Simons get through 4 Adelaide players?
Because he's
so
very
easily?
slippery. We've seen him do it on a number of occasions today, Pete.
Too easy.
Smothers lard over his body.
O'Connor directly in front. And kicking from just outside 50.
Bad luck.
Rams into the woodwork.
Good kick for goal.
Well, Adelaide will have to get a move on. It's been all Essendon. And when it does go forward for Adelaide, those forwards must get in front, not let the Essendon backman mark uncontested. Here's Chalmers with a booming kick again. Here's a beautiful kick. Robin in front. Couldn't quite hang on to it. Denham held by McGuinness, but he had control of the ball, and the umpire will bounce it. 70 metres out from the Bomber goal. They've kicked 5. Adelaide have kicked 1. They've hardly been forward, Adelaide. So Robin again against O'Connor, taken by Morgan. Little redhead hooks it back towards the half-forward area. Oh, Mercury flew. Here's Long. Now Hurd tries to shuffle it out, but pack develops and it'll be a bounce.
Mark Mercury getting up a mile. Here he is. And Michael Long doing the roving, just unable to get clear. Well, the Crows have got to get a wriggle on. Look at that tackle on Gemma. That kicks very wide into the pocket. But the young Bombers are doing well. That young man getting a goal with his first kick, 17-year-old Matthew Lloyd from the Western Jets. Jamieson was there. Hart also. Ben Hart couldn't take it. Here's the dangerous Wanganeen. Oh! Yes!
That was quite amazing. How did he do that? He was so casual or laconic, he seemed, as he's going to pick up the ball up, and then all of a sudden he's kicked it off the ground. Watch this in replay. There he's in front, paddling it along. Oh. Well done. Exceptional.
Well, a touch of class by Gavin Wanganeen. The ball was in mid-air as he flicked it with the left foot. Beautiful. It'd do justice to any top soccer player. That performance by Wanganina was magnificent. But he's certainly got plenty of class. Former Port Adelaide star.
There are a lot of South Australians in this Essendon side, aren't there, Peter?
Grenvold's
Grenvold. You just mentioned
and the Cockatoo Collins. So let's see who gets it out of the centre. It's imperative that Adelaide get it out. Now, here they go through McGuinness. Here's Grenvold. David Grenvold. Simons did some good shepherding work. That was Denham. Kicked away by Tregenza. Just bounces before the line and rolls over on centre wing.
Michael Long, West Torrens. Another former Adelaide player. There he is.
Yeah, but I think we'll claim him as a Darwin boy.
Oh, I don't think so.
Throw in on the outer side. Rashudo towards Tregenza. Simon Tregenza down towards full forward. Modra was a big fly, but that was all. Anderson got ripped off the football. No one able to take it cleanly. And now an opportunity as it drifts in towards McLeod from Smart. McLeod kicks under pressure. Hassel towards the line.
Good play by Cummings.
Over on the full.
The big fellow pushing McLeod over. It's also a good play by Fletcher to get his hand to Anderson just before he got his kick away, or just as he was getting his kick away. There he is. Scott Cummings made his name as a forward. Just can't string them together as a forward.
Bombers have kicked the last 5 goals. Somerville tried to flick it out the back door. McGuinness gives it away. Rashudo does the shepherding for Con. Connell kicks it high towards half forward. Bang, over he comes again towards the line as Scott Cummings. And another throw in. Somerville with the left hand. McGuinness waiting down in front, unable to pick it up cleanly. Hassled the line by Sean Denham, a former Cat, who's got the job on him. And another throw.
He's a tough little nut now, Sean Denham.
Yeah, he's been playing well. Somerville. McDermott claimed. The ball spills free. Wanganeen has it stolen by the powerful Rashudo. He can't get through. Denham got a bit of a nudge as he pushed it towards Simons, who keeps it in play still. Yes, and McGuinness gives it away to Anderson. 60 metres out from goal. He passes into the forward line. Is this the chance for Hall? Unable to take it cleanly, and again taken over the line.
Well, it wasn't a good kick by Anderson, actually. He was clear.
The idea was right, though, Pete. It's not much good putting it up high, though,
yeah,
is
but
it?
you in AFL football should have been able to put it right on his chest there. As we said, punched away by Somerville. Back towards the boundary line. Dermott to Anderson. Good effort by Greg Anderson to hook it back in front of goal. Here's Fletcher losing it. And strong tackle, but the umpire will come in and bounce.
Right for Smart now up in that forward line.
So in that the shadows there of the members reserve grandstand. Punched by Somerville. Back towards Smart, who's playing on the forward line now. McDermott. Robrin. Good play by Nick Pesh. Back to Anderson. Good play. Here's a man having a shot at goal. It's Edwards. Oh, just touched right on the line. Tyson Edwards didn't quite make the distance. They stumped over the line for a behind.
32 points the margin. Darcy to Denham is okay. On to Cummings, picked it up nicely on the half volley and slams it onto the boot. A good pass to Michael Long, and Bickley paying him very close attention, making sure he's not going to play on. Michael Long towards Lloyd, also picked it up well on the half volley. To O'Donnell, beautifully done to Long, but look out! Somehow he gets out of trouble. Tried to find Cockatoo Collins, but Robin stopped it. Now McLeod goes with a high kick down towards the gloved Modra. Got one hand to it. Looks for Pesh for assistance. Doesn't get it initially. Tries to soccer off the ground. O'Donnell caught. It spills free to Smart. He almost throws it out to Rashudo, who accepts it. Mark Rashudo blazes in towards goal. He needs it spinning harshly to the left. He doesn't get it, and it's one behind.
The kick there and the way it bounced was just like Barry Breen in the 1966 Grand Final for St Kilda that when they beat Collingwood by a point. It bounced
almost
just like
30
that.
years ago.
Oh,
Yes,
unbelievable.
I know, but
He wasn't in the same position. Breen
It
was
was
more on
very
the boundary.
similar.
Oh, very similar.
all I know is it cost us a flag. Anyway, back it comes to the half-back line. Up goes Simons, flying at the back against Anderson. Anderson trying hard. And a kick back to Connell, then to Anderson. Here's Somerville appealing for a free kick. Denham is there. Umpire called play on. As the kick comes down from Denham. And towards Wellman is a real good try, Wellman. Poor kick though. You find Wanganeen. Wanganane's got loose men everywhere here. Big danger because Mercury can race him to goal. But Mercury kicks his second. So a bad skill error by Wellman. Where he turned the ball over has resulted in a goal.
Yes, and everything went wrong then for Adelaide because when the ball, watch this, Wellman, and then Wanganeen draws a player, hence Mercury by himself. Good shepherd here by Long. Watch him on Beckley, bang. And well done, Mercury. It's a very bad skill error, Peter, as you mentioned.
45 plays 8. McGuinness rips it out of the middle for the Crows. Can Modra do something here? Down towards full forward. McLeod may do the roving. He pokes it in towards the pocket. McLeod goes again. He's on a very tight angle. Right on the boundary line. Gives it over to Modra, who should go. So Tony Modra gets his second. And it's the Crows' second.
Well, it was a free kick goal by Modra. It was well done by McLeod because he drew the two Essendon players, then had composure enough to go over the top of the nice long handball. Modra by himself, no pressure around, but good fighting here by McLeod to fight on after it. Slips, big handball. Modra, really nobody around him. An awkward kick, but nonetheless effective.
Modra is fantastic at that sort of kick, actually. He's probably the best player I've ever seen for kicking goals off the ground. He kicks an enormous number of goals off the ground. Now, there's the kick from Danny Morgan straight up in the air. Fletcher couldn't mark it. Here's Mick Pesh towards the half-forward line. Oh, cruel bounce. Over the back is Simons. Simons breaks away because very adaptable player, Simons. Look at Long. Very clever player and brings it all. Wanganeen, I thought, could have marked it. He left it to Hurd. He did the team thing. Hurd plenty of time to look down there for Salmon. Big Paul Salmon with a tip rim. He's got it. Oh, he sprints away. Brings it back in front to Mercury. Well picked up by Mark Mercury. Gives it back. What can the Brownlow medalist do? Wanganeen. He can't pick it up. And Tregenza's in there also. And it will be a throw-in at the 50-metre line.
They're playing in front, Essendon, Peter. That's a prerequisite in football, isn't it?
Number one thing.
Just over a minute remaining. It's been the Bombers' quarter so far. Denham's kick down towards full forward. Hurd lurking. Salmon also. Sock it off the ground from behind.
I'll tell you what number one thing is.
What? Get the ball?
Having ability. I reckon if you've got ability, you're halfway there, aren't
But
you?
if you've got the ability and can't win the ball, you're not much good.
Kevin Sheedy coming down, realising that the first siren is imminent. Been a good quarter for the Bombers. Jamison goes towards Robran. Big fist by O'Connor. Hart gets the hand pass away to the defensive 50. Look out, Mark Rashudo, because Mark Mercury has you. And Michael Long somehow finds Hurd. Miraculous play. It deserved a better finish. 7-5. Plays 2-2.
I reckon that man on screen there, Michael Long, won them a premiership a couple of years back. 93, was it?
Yep.
His performance against Adelaide when he turned that game around, then the grand final, he was just sensational.
That was the last time these two teams played here at the MCG.
Jamison kicks it in towards the middle, and Tregenza bursts through the centre with a couple of bounces. Go all the way, Tregenza! 46 metres out. He does go all the way. Knee from behind.
Rotten luck.
Gee, yeah, that deserved a goal.
It did deserve a goal. Terrific play by Tregenza. And look at
I
the
know
disappointment.
exactly how he
I
feels.
think I know what he said too. Denham. Sean Denham breaking away from the back pocket area. Brings it around centre wing. Oh, Essendon leading their opponents to the ball. Here's Peter Somerville to half forward. Wellman at the back. And Wellman, in fact, takes the mark. As the siren sounds to win the first term, where the Bombers were outstanding. A brief flurry by Adelaide early, but there's the Essendon side. They've been very, very quick, Don. And,
well, Peter, you predicted that they'd win by 5 to 7 goals before the game started. I think you could be right. They're just terrific, aren't they? Doing everything that's right. Their skills terrific. They're in front. They're punching from behind. Their back line's good. Their forward line's good. I don't know. I suppose Adelaide can only but improve because it's very difficult to find good players for Adelaide. Sandy?
Tony Modra, their only goal kicker to date. Their only multiple scorer. He has 2 in picture there with Robert Shaw, who's got plenty to say. Mark McCurry is the Bombers' only multiple scorer. He too has 2 goals. It's quarter time here at the MCG, and the Crows have got some catching up to do. The Bombers 7-5, 47. Adelaide 2-3, 15. She spoke about the height advantage, of course. Somerville doing well. Ingerson a loss. As we go into the second term here at the MCG, Robrin tries to win it out, is unsuccessful. It's pushed towards the half-forward line. Wanganeen left it for his teammate. This looks ominous as they go charging in towards full forward with Joe Mercedes, and the mark is taken in that position by Ryan O'Connor.
Mercedes starting on the bench has just come onto the ground, and O'Connor, as you can see there, he's looking for something, offering. There wouldn't be much space between those goals.
He's got to run out and hook it. If he doesn't short pass, he's got to come out to the right and snap it.
It'd be just about, I'd say just about impossible from where he's going to come from.
Connell's making sure he can't run out too far. He's got that area blocked. He'll come out a bit. He does. And he's poked it right across the face of goal, out of bounds on the full.
That's missed by about 25 metres. So here's Ben Hart coming across the face of goal. He's taken a punt here. It comes off. There's a long hand pass, comes out to Jamison. Was that Connell down there, way down there, that gave that hand pass? It was. Now, here's Jamison. Long kick down towards Nigel Smart.
It's going to be a problem with something.
And I think Robert Shaw has bitten the bullet by putting Smart down there. He realises he's got to win the game, so you put your best players on the forward line.
Spoken like a true full forward days gone by. And a scowl from Don as Somerville plucks it out of the air, gives it away to Dustin Fletcher. It's a high kick that wobbles back towards centre wing. Connell is there once again. The Crows desperate to get the first goal this quarter. Bickley's kick couldn't take it. Don saw something off the football, but play on is the call. A chance for Tregenza, 40 metres out, sets sail for home and pops it through. Well, that's what they wanted. And his first game with the Port Lincoln Waybacks, and has kicked his first goal. Waybacks, and has kicked his first goal for the day.
The Port Lincoln Waybacks. There was the heavy shepherd off screen. Boy, I don't know about some of that shepherding. Charging for mine. And there he is. Tregenza playing centre wing. A lot of touches last week, but not many effective.
Just what the doctor ordered there for Adelaide. They wanted a quick goal. They need to come up with another couple quickly, just to put a bit of pressure on the Bombers, who've been able to do it pretty easy. All the temper's getting a bit frayed in there. There he is, the old war horse, Chris McDermott, been a magnificent player in South Australia and a good bloke. Now the bounce sees Robin and Somerville. Somerville won it. Here's Long, the dangerous Long, over to Wanganeen. Great play. Here's a chance for Salmon diving.
He made some yardage there, Paul Salmon.
And he's deceptive. He's quicker than you think, Salmon, as he got away from Chalmers. A good play out of the centre. So Paul Salmon will kick for his second. Well,
I'll just go down and get a cup of tea while we're waiting for him to line up.
Yes, he does take a long time to kick the ball. He's got his own. Here he goes, round the waist. Then the socks come up. He'll do a little bend. I think he's got to do a bend yet. Now he touches the back. There he is. A little squeeze there. And it does take a long time to kick it, Paul Salmon, but that's the way he does it. We see Salmon for his second. And this looks pretty good.
That's why it takes a long time.
The goal. 2 goals for the big full forward. 8-5 plays 3-3.
Well, they quickly got that out of the centre huddle. Not the huddle itself, but after a bounce down, Wanganeen putting it high, but really he'd made a lot of yardage here, Sam, and you can see him stretching. It was a good kick for goal. He knew it as soon as it left his boot that it was a goal. Paul Salmon, his second.
So the Bombers at the moment answer as McDermott rips it out of the middle, floats it high towards left half forward. Pressure now on the Essendon defence. Working hard as
McLeod was hurt.
Grenbold gets the hand pass away towards Denham. Darcy does another one. Back towards Calthorpe and he runs the wing. Has a look up towards half forward. It's a beauty to James Hurd. Oh, this is magical football at the moment. Back to Calthorpe. And on to the chest of the big fish.
Gee, that was...
He's improved, hasn't he, Calthorpe, as a player? It was a bit of a struggle when he first started, but he certainly has worked at his game.
His best at field in the State of Origin game.
That was it last year. But that was great play there. Spotted the first one with Hurd, then ran on. Hurd unselfishly gave it back and then hit him with another good pass, Calthorpe. Salmon, thank you very much.
So Salmon for his third and his second in as many minutes. From 40 metres, and he bangs it straight through the middle.
Well, will he go on with it? Will he go on with it? That is the big question. When you got the guys up the ground as skilled as what he has, you can lead with confidence. They ran well, didn't they? Darcy playing down at full back. He was well up on half back. A lot of run from that back line. And here's Calthorpe. And Long also, just watched Long, he also lent out a bit of assistance with the Shepherd.
Now Robin again against Somerville. Somerville won it. Morgan was there trying to crash his way through. There's Tregenza. Kicks it in mid-air. Well played by Simon Tregenza. Towards half-forward, but taken away by Fletcher, who's having a good game. Here's a loose man out here, Michael Long.
Kick a goal.
Where's Salmon? The leader's on. He's going to have a shot at goal. Long. It clears the pack and sticks it home for a goal. Great play. Michael Long, normally a very unselfish player. There was no one actually broken through, so he had to shot himself.
Gee, that was well done by Fletcher across half back again. Hit the ball hard in front of McLeod. Now will go forward there off the ground by Tregenza. It's Fletcher in front, leaving McLeod behind. Good kick, Long. Well, this looks like a training run, doesn't it? Let's hope it doesn't develop into one. Robram has really got to time his jump a little bit better here. He's just a little bit, the blood rule, Morgan going off. We'll just have to wait on that. But Robram is jumping a little bit early. He's got to put his body in. He can out-jump Somerville. He showed that earlier. He can get us high. And Danaher coming on for Morgan. There's a blood shoulder on his shoulder. There's Robram on screen. And he's done all right at the centre bounces. He's just got to time his run a little bit better and put his body right in against Somerville. Jump early and jump into him.
All of a sudden, the margin is 44 points. Somerville can't take it out of the middle. Neither can Robin initially, although both got a hand to it. Danaher just on the ground is going to get a touch very briefly. Long is like dynamite and is proving very, very dangerous. It's on centre wing with Gary O'Donnell to James Hurd. His little flick is not effective. It goes to McDermott on this occasion, who finds Jamison running across half back. Gets them out of trouble for the moment. Wants Nigel Smart. Doing the roving work as Somerville, and doing it well as he slaps it off to Calthorpe. Another one to Simons from half back. He drills it into the middle. They're looking dangerous as anything. To half forward. Hurd is in the pack. Almost took the mark. Wanganeen on all fours. Gets the hand pass out. Hurd again. Can't take it. Rashido bullocking through. Good work by McCurry on the smother. But finally, there's some respite as Jamison kicks to McLeod, forward of centre.
McLeod brings it out wide. That's good vision. As he's fired his man in Connell, who fires in a goal. It's a poor kick. He didn't even make the distance, and Cummings has taken the mark. He should have. made the distance from there. Not good enough. As we see Cummings to centre wing. Oh, good mark to Michael. No, not paid to Michael Long. Here's Grenville. He goes inside hoping that there's someone there. Rashudo goes in hard at the ball. Here's Danaher. He's caught. He gets it to O'Connor. Danger because Salmon's one out with Chalmers. Salmon and Chalmers. The ball hits the deck. Here's Wanganeen. Oh, look at this into the open goal. Great movement around the middle. 2 goals to Gavin Wanganeen. He didn't panic. He just tucked the ball under the arm and away he went.
I know we're early parts of this second quarter, Pooper. I looked out on that stand and the fat lady's getting up there to start and sing. And we're only just into the second quarter. Have a look. This is unbelievable, isn't it? It's just too easy. 50 points of difference as Wanganeen goes in.
11-5, plays 3-3 from the middle. Well, it's happening with monotonous regularity. Down towards Salmon. Look at the speed of Lloyd. Look at the speed of this young boy. To Hurd, who almost runs out of room, gives it back, and a defensive push goes over the line for one behind by Chalmers. 11-6 plays.
Maynard on too, Sandy. Maynard's come off, and I think it was Nick Pish that went off.
Jamison back into play on the outer side. Mercury looks for something at half forward and he finds Gavin Wanganeen.
Maynard's gone on the half forward line, Sandy. Let's hope he can get back to the form he showed a couple of years ago, Rod Maynard. He was a terrific running back. Gavin Wanganeen, the Lycra jumper.
Well, he's kicked 2. He's kicking from 48 metres. Pop down another one. Number 3.
Not a bad effort, is it? Playing well. Half forward. And as we know, he's got a lot of ability, this man. Beautiful kick. Excellent.
I bet he's enjoying his stint up forward too after playing.
Well, the pressure's not on, is it, up forward? I mean, you know, you haven't got the same pressure as you got when you were back man.
I'm convinced you're an idiot after that comment. 12-6 to 3-3 as Denham brings it forward. Here's Wanganeen. Here's Long. Is this another one coming up to the Bombers? Michael Long has kicked another one. Champagne football. 2 to Long. 3 to Wanganeen, 3 to Salmon, 2 to Mercury, and I think it's going to go on and on the way they're playing.
I wonder what she's going to sing, the fat lady, for 2.5 quarters.
Need a hymn book.
And Long. Well, his second. With such speed, the way they got out of the centre was just fantastic. Another change being made by Adelaide. Coming on is Marty McKinnon. Tyson Edwards off.
6 goals in 8 minutes. An extraordinary performance as Danaher gives it to Fletcher. And bang, from defence they go up towards the half-forward line. McKinnon just on the ground, takes a good mark. Goes with the left foot high towards half-forward. Fletcher getting across towards the spoil. He's effective. Tregenza on all fours, picks himself up. McKinnon under pressure, loses it. They're having such trouble getting through this Essendon defence. Finally it's Smart who threads his way through. 60 metres out, long and low towards Modra. Got a hand to it, and it's taken over the line. A throw-in ball.
Why can't the umpire play those, Sandy? I mean, Modra, Darcy had his left hand around Modra. I mean, that was called holding the man. Well, the umpire's right there. It's frustrating.
Has been a bone of contention for some time. You don't agree, Pete?
Oh, I thought it was a bit of man-on-man
stuff. Oh,
stuff.
man-on-man. Peter, you weren't allowed to do that once upon a time.
Denham's away. To the outer side. Smoking Joe Mercedes says, here we go. And he does. Runs his full distance. Now out comes Salmon. Hurd is there as well. A big crunch of players. No one able to take it cleanly. Hurd is the first to recover. Played by James Hurd. Put his teammate under a smidgen of pressure though. And a bounce just outside 50.
He's a class act, isn't he, Hurd? He snaffles that ball so quickly and thinks quickly. There he is. So the bounce 50 metres out. Hurd again. Breaks clear. Gets in a hand pass. Here's a real fight. Oh, free kick to Mercury. He fought high.
He was looking for the umpire on that.
And he went down. He looked straight up.
Straight at the umpire. What about a free? Look at this.
Oh.
He knew it was too high, didn't he? Look, he's looking around.
Where's the umpire?
Great camera shot there of Mark Mercury.
Well done, Chris.
So here he is from 45 metres. Well, this is very disappointing. Well, I thought the way Adelaide started, we were going to have a contest. Essendon a little bit too good at the moment as Mercury kicks a goal for his third, and he drifts it to the right. And, well, just sneaks it home for a behind. 10 goals for in front, and we've still got 11 minutes to half-time, Sandy.
Yes, Jamison will bring it back into play. So after the 96-point belting last week, this is not the first half start that the Crows wanted. And winning away from home has become an absolute nightmare. Some of them plucks it out of the air, but it's Bickley who takes it away. Nice hand pass. Now a chance for Connell to drift it up towards the half-forward line. Robin, a fine mark. Was interfered with,
excellent mark,
but still took a very good grab. So from 60 metres out, Robin goes in towards full forward. Hall edged out of it. And it was too easy for Darcy in the end, doing it on his own. He goes to Grenbold, and David Grenbold takes the mark on the half-back flank. Centres in towards Long, but also at the back was O'Connor, and Ryan O'Connor takes the mark. Too easy for the Essendon defence, and they're able to turn that defence into attack. Quite simply, it's Danaher who started on the bench towards the floating Hurd, who's unable to complete the mark. And it's over the line. Right forward pocket for Essendon.
Just wondering what Robert Shaw could do as a coach. I mean, there's not much you can do, is there, Peter, in this situation?
They're just being outclassed on nearly every position at the moment.
6 goals, 2 to 1 goal in this quarter. Mercedes to O'Donnell. Now, if the left footer can get it away, well, he just tries to flick it out towards Denham, off to Hurd, now on back to O'Donnell. They use it so well in close. Danaher gives it away to Mercury. Mercury fires for another one.
That's his third goal.
But the way they whip it round on in close, it's like lightning, isn't it?
It is, Sandy. Sure is.
Well, we'll have a look at that. You see O'Donnell, the quick hands as we see. Danaher getting it to Mercury, and he socks it through for a goal. But, well, it's all one-way traffic at the moment. 70 points Essendon lead by as we see Mark Masciuto coming out of the centre down towards half-forward, but it's another easy mark down there to Kelthorpe. He's going wide. Here's Danaher. Plenty of time to wait for the bounce. No pressure whatsoever there. Danaher chips it in. Finds Long. Long. Terrific vision to Grenbold. What will he do? He's going to bomb it in towards half-forward, hoping Wanganeen can take a mark. But saving the day there is Sean Wellman. Off he goes. Wellman breaking clear, and he brings it in towards half-forward. Nigel Smart can give it to Modro. He's dropped the mark. Then he was held. And the umpire picked it. Yes, he was held by the jumper. And if he had a mark, that Modra was running clear on his own. But Nigel Smart will kick for his first. But he's got to kick this from 55 metres. Nigel Smart take a very long kick here. He is a good kicker for football. Right on 55, will it clear the pack? No, it's a bit wide, and again an easy mark. This is not good enough by Adelaide's forwards. They've got to put a bit of pressure on and contest these high balls up there.
Look at this. Ground.
Oh, goodness me. Here's O'Donnell.
Look, another...
if I was coach, I'd be tearing my hair out if they don't make a contest of it. There's Fletcher to half forward to Hurd.
Who can't quite take the mark. Hart applying the opposition. but Hurd gets tripped, he gets legged, but he picks himself up and he gets the hand pass away. He was looking for Grenbold, doesn't find him initially. Anderson is there, so too McKinnon, swings it round his body, in towards the centre. The bounce is poor for Denham, good for McGuinness. Runs into trouble, but he was too high. And Tony McGuinness.
Gee, Lloyd came on the scene very, very quickly then to lay that tackle on McGuinness.
Celebrating his 200th game, and he did not want to celebrate it like this. Freddie McGuinness to half forward. Tony Hall looking for the free kick. It didn't come in play. And it's just belted over the line in not so subtle fashion.
Oh, it's okay.
Long way out there, wasn't it, from Scott Cummings?
Oh, really? It's a fine line, isn't it, that?
14-7, plays 3-3. Shooter in the background. Somerville in front, palms it down beautifully. Has a great advantage in height today as Bickley gets sandwiched by Masiti and Lloyd, who shows plenty of aggression. Well, that one was just as subtle, wasn't it? Over the line.
I think if you're 20 metres from the boundary line, you get away with it.
Well, a belting today. And,
you've got some tough games coming up.
That's what I mean. It's just about curtains as far as finals aspirations are for the year. And here we are on the verge of another goal as James Hurd marks inside 50.
Tony Hall off and Wayne Wiedemann back on, Sandy. Hurd in front once again. It's interesting looking quickly at the match stats. 86 kicks Essendon, 53 Adelaide, 59 handballs to 40.
Danaher is off the ground, and back on is Daniel Morgan. As Hurd, he hasn't kicked a goal yet. Still hasn't.
Beautiful kick nonetheless. It's his second point.
So here's Rodney Jamieson. I think probably rather be down the other end of the ground. Jamieson, with the way the ball's coming down. Chalmers, who Collingwood sought for a couple of seasons. So Brett Chalmers, long kick again towards the half-back area, and an easy mark taken by Somerville.
He's too big, isn't he? I mean, he's on Maynard.
Now here's Mercury, very talented player. Anderson's there. He's gone out of the game, Greg Anderson. Denham. Sean Denham, centre of the ground, runs onto his right boot and brings it in towards half forward. Hurd versus McKinnon. Hurd, oh, good play by James Hurd. He threw it. So it'll be a kick coming back here. It'll go the way of Adelaide. And who is it? Chris McDermott? No.
Hart.
He's giving it back to Ben Hart. Now, Hart gives it off, and McLeod brings it to centre wing.
Robran unable to take it, but he smothers the hand pass on Cummings, who runs into the little auditor, Sean Denham. This day has turned overcast now, but it's considerably darker for Adelaide than Essendon at the moment. No, it's not out of bounds yet. Now it is.
He had only eyes for the boundary line. Gary O'Donnell.
Anderson off the ground. He's had a very quiet quarter.
The Bombers dominating, particularly in the air. Look at that, 21-7 in the marking department this quarter. Rashudo also hasn't been able to get into it. No mark.
In front again.
Fletcher did well to get it out there. Grenville onto the elastic band. And away goes Michael Simons. Salmon and Hurd both there. Wanganeen pushed. Salmon working hard has given away a free kick, working a little too hard, Fish. Got to come back, does it? Or is it down the ground? There's some holding on going on down the ground.
An umpire down the ground paid that, Sandy, not the one in the play.
Yeah, Wiedemann is going to be the recipient.
Against O'Donnell.
Who's protesting his innocence. Only natural. McGuinness could have also been held. Robran that looks for someone going past. He's got McDermott off towards McKinnon, who kicks in towards full forward once again. This Essendon defence has been so strong. O'Connell around his body. in towards full forward, and on the last line it's taken once again. Darcy will take the mark.
Lloyd off and Cockatoo Collins on, Sandy. He's calling for it as he came off the bench.
I don't think he spotted him.
Might get him now.
It's two shots Matthew Connell's had that haven't made the distance from about 35, 40 metres.
Morgan goes laterally.
Essendon have more possessions than any other side in the competition too. You can see why.
Back to Morgan. Cockatoo Collins says, I'm on. Off to Simons. Well, he caught one late.
Down the ground.
That's frustration.
Well, I mean, they've got to do something, and he can't begrudge. Is that big?
Long look out, Smoking Joe into Wanganeen. If he can pick it up, he'll kick a goal.
Did he kick it?
No.
He kicked it, but it wasn't a goal.
Really, there wasn't much.
Mark Bickley hip and shoulder.
Yeah, but you've got to have a show of bit of spirit, don't you, Pete?
Well, still, you give yourself a kick down the ground. I don't think it's very wise. Here's Hurd showing courage.
How many marks do you have?
Well, you have a look, Don, for me.
7.
7 marks. He's a great player. Here's Salmon. Oh, he's dropped the mark. But still danger because Long looking for Morgan.
Oh, good tackle.
Jamison. Here's Cockatoo Collins bending it back. Oh, still a chance. Wanganeen. Oh, yes! Oh, he's kicked another one. Wanganeen's kicked his 4th.
What a quarter of football.
They can do no wrong. 15-9 plays 3-3. But I'll tell you what, Adelaide players will be having nightmares about the MCG.
Here he is. Just lost sight of it. And he just gets his foot to it and clears the line. Gavin Wanganeen, a purple patch, 3 goals in the second quarter.
Under 3 minutes remaining in this first half at the MCG. A nightmare of a ground for the Crows as McGuinness wobbles one down towards the forward line. It clean bowls just about everyone. Cummings heads towards the boundary, sees it over, and a throw-in to take place. They've kicked 8 goals for this quarter, Essendon. Adelaide have kicked 1 goal. The margin is 78 points. Simons a chance. Just pushing the ball along in front. He caught one in the back.
Oh, that's what I thought.
No free kick.
Pulled himself up, hasn't he, Michael Simons?
Crows making plenty of changes. Looks as though Chalmers is going to come back on the ball as Dustin Fletcher gets the hand pass away. And Morgan gets a hurried kick. Goes over the head of Chalmers. Hurd can't quite take it on the half volley. Somerville got a call from somewhere out the back. Hurd tries to poke it forward, but straight to McLeod. McLeod will find Jamison across the half back line. Cockatoo Collins gives chase. And good pressure.
My word, it was. Excellent.
It's certainly got some talented smaller men and midfielders. There's one of them, Cockatoo Collins. Somerville versus Chalmers. Should have been a free kick to Somerville round the neck, and the umpire spotted it. But again, he was in front, Don.
Well, that's again, Peter. It's good to see the umpire paying a free kick like that.
Now, here's Salmon. Centre of the pack. Over the back is James Hurd. Unselfish again to Cockatoo Collins, who bends it back. And he's missed.
Hurd's always in front of hard, isn't he?
He is a great player, Hurd. And he is one of the most unselfish players playing the game. Could have kicked that himself.
Under 2 minutes remaining. Wellman dashes out of defence. Kicks towards centre wing and Nick Pesher's away. They need a bucket of goals rapidly. Darcy in front of Modra.
But why aren't there forwards in front? Disgraceful.
Well, they're not in front anywhere on the ground, so what can you do?
O'Donnell, it's a cakewalk. It's a procession as he finds O'Connor gets caught.
Look.
Gibson gets it out to O'Donnell. He looks towards Salmon. 1, 2, 3 grabs.
It's only one boot too, is it? No, he's got just very white boot.
And Daniel Morgan figuring in plenty of play. He's had 6 kicks, 6 hand passes. Involved in that passage. And at the moment the action is with Salmon. This to make it a 9-goal quarter. We've still got a minute to go.
At least he's consistent in his routine, isn't he, Paul Salmon? The little squat.
40 metres out. Flat but accurate. 4 goals to the big finish.
He put his hands to his head then. Yeah, I don't think he was all that confident of actually getting there.
Well, he miskicked it.
We'll just watch the kick if we get it on replay. Then the hands went to the head. You can see there it's spinning awkwardly, but it still went through.
The funny thing, there was no one on the line for Adelaide. If it had dropped a little bit short.
Can't believe it.
So back we go to the centre. Just under the minute left. Here's Grenvold. Tries to get in a quick hand pass. Taken by Nick Pesh. Smothered off the boot. Well done by Morgan. And he goes in, the young kid again, number 43, with a mop of red curly hair. And young kid there. And then you've got the old stager there in Tony McGuinness. Great player McGuinness too.
Yeah, he has been. 200 games.
Coming back from that knee injury. He'll take a few weeks.
Yep. Chalmers on the ball, goes over the top, but O'Donnell just flicks it away to Sean Denham. The forwards are going to be exhausted. Hurd
in front again.
Desperately get it to Long, almost succeeded, but he just paddles it along in front of him. CC is 60 metres out. He goes short and finds Masidi. Well, Smoke and Joel have a shot. Been a prolific winner of the football, averages just over 24 possessions a game.
Start on the bench, Sandy. Just came on at the start of the second quarter. Actually, in fact, they've got 5 players over 20 possessions averaging. Denham averages 21, Masidi 24, Long 23, O'Donnell 22, and McCurry 22.
This to make it a 10-goal quarter. Oh, and he's let us down. 1 behind after the siren. But still an outstanding performance by Essendon. Let's listen to this applause.
It's an unbelievable performance by Essendon. They could do no wrong, and yet on the other hand, Adelaide, everything that they tried just didn't come off. They were behind. The endeavour was there, but just things didn't come off for Adelaide, and they can only but improve in the second half. That's what I said at the end of the first quarter.
So Kevin Sheedy, well, if looks could tell, you'd think that they're down, wouldn't you? He's got his head down.
And he hasn't had to move them round today, Sandy.
No. And Jars must be wondering, Jiminy cricket, if only I could have been out there, because he has been one of their shining lights this season.
Certainly miss his drive out of the middle. So
a disappointing day so far for the Adelaide Crows here at the MCG. The Bombers, immaculate. 16-11, 107. Adelaide 3-3-21. 16-11 plays 3-3 second half. McGuinness couldn't take it, neither could Wiedemann as he's slung to the ground and the ball spills free. It's socket clear, still on centre wing. The Bombers possession through Masidi. Took it away from Morgan. Masidi's kick is high in towards half forward, and this time a good mark taken by Chalmers. Well, I'm sure that Robert Shaw would have thrown down the challenge at half time. Martin McKinnon goes towards full forward. An uncharacteristic miss by Fletcher, but they'll get a free kick. There was holding on there, illegal, and it will go towards Cummings.
Well, look at McCurry by himself.
And Simons gives it to him, and away he goes. Long does the shepherding. He drifts it him to Hurd, who's playing in front and having a field day. James Hurd, loving it at half forward, but he disappoints with that kick. McLeod chips in and takes the mark. Well, they want goals rapidly, just to put some credibility onto the scoreboard more than anything. Tregenza caught, beautifully tackled. Hurd comes away with it. The advantage is going to be paid. He may have let it go because Hurd stopped for a moment. McLeod again defends. A cheeky little left footer comes wide, and Tregenza recovers. Grenvold himself in a spot of bother. We'll keep an eye on him, Donny. Simon spoiled from the back. Push towards Somerville. Clean bowls, everyone. That's what the English need against the West Indies at the minute. Wiedemann, a chip to half forward. That's effective as he finds Nick Pesh.
And Grenville going off and Danaher coming on. Well, it's a precautionary move, so they can have a look at that leg of Grenville's.
Pesh passes, and it's a good one to Rashudo.
And here's Rashudo. Started in midfield. He's a good player, Rashudo.
Coming up for only his 6th kick of the day. Starts it right and finishes up against the woodwork. 3-4. Plays 16-11.
So Tim Darcy to bring it back into play, the former cap. Here's Dustin Fletcher. He's an athlete. They might be able to catch him here. 3 bounces. He goes again. 4.
Great shepherd.
And some good shepherding off the ball. Was it Cockatoo Collins? And a big mark by Lloyd. In fact, it was Michael Long, not Cockatoo Collins, who gave that shepherd. Now the lead is on, but chipping into the hole there is Rodney Jamieson at half back. Jamieson smothered off the boot by Wanganeen. That allows Somerville to give it back to Wanganeen. Now Somerville tries to get in a hand pass. Jamieson tackling him. And away goes Nigel Smart from half back. Smart trying to liven up the Crows. Oh, and down goes the Essendon player from Wiedemann.
Now that's what I'm talking about, this charge.
It's Gary O'Donnell.
Now that's what I'm talking about, and he's not the only player that's guilty of it. It's going on too much in AFL football.
Off the
it's
ball.
A charge. It's not a shepherd. And he's not the only one.
The Crows have probably been told to liven it up. I'm sure Robert Sherwood is in there. Let's show something. But I don't think that's the way of going about it. We see O'Donnell in the Lord's full forward. Oh, good mark by Ryan O'Connor. So O'Connor will kick from about 48 metres.
Denham's now remonstrating with Wiedemann. As we see there, O'Connor's mark in replay. Bit of a huddle behind play. McGuinness is involved. You can see there, Long.
So Ryan O'Connor, a greatly improved player, will kick from right on the 50-metre line, in fact, as he bombs at goal and hooks it right across his body out the full.
Tried a bit too hard, I think.
So it's a penalty kick coming off the ground is Cummings. And coming on is Cockatoo Collins. Here's Jamieson at half-back, well, full-back in fact. Gives it across to Nigel Smart, who's now back in the fence. Smart kicks it to the wide open spaces. Matthew Connell running onto it on centre wing. Wanganeen after him. Michael Long inside the Mercedes. Danger for the Crows. James Hurd underneath the ball. Over the back is Salmon. Paul Salmon kicks and kicks goal number 5.
I mean, Salmon didn't even want that ball. He was behind the pack and the ball's come out to him. What's this? Mercedes, the high ball, nudged out. Look, he's behind them, Salmon, but everything going right for Essendon. And it just comes his way, and he's kicked his 5th.
To Paul Salmon, who's the leading goal scorer on the ground. Somerville, well, Danaher with absolute strength. Gets it across to Denham. Now this may bounce, and it does. Hurd tried to get it to Lloyd, but just a little too late. Edwards swings it wide for the Adelaide Crows towards the half-back line. Mercury got to beat a couple. O'Donnell copped a heavy knock a moment or two ago, but appears to be okay. Chips it in short, and away they go again. O'Connor gives it towards Mercedes. He goes to Salmon with one hand,
well
pops it down to Lloyd, who kicks a post.
Gee whiz, is that a sign of arrogance? The way he did that, it was well done by Salmon. One hand down to Lloyd.
Nigel Smart chips it to Jamieson. See what the Crows can muster up here as it comes back to Nigel Smart. He tried his heart out against Collingwood last Friday night, but there's no one to kick it to. So what's he do? Kicks it straight over the line, way out on centre wing.
Unfair there. The ball broke rather heavily to the left, didn't it, Sandy?
I said it was some turn.
Yeah, a lot of turn. Shane Warne would have been proud of that.
So here's Chalmers getting it down to Nick Pesh. Pesh breaking away from the back, goes inside with a hand pass. On there to Connell. Matthew Connell, a long kick. Modra fires at the back. But again, the backman caught behind you. Must get in front. Darcy takes a good, strong mark.
Sensational grab. So Simons. An interesting kick. Dana. Back to Darcy. And good shepherding by Long.
Is that the Evener up?
Yes.
Tried to.
On the Wiedemann. Denham is a little left foot kick in towards half forward. The diving attempt is good.
For youngsters watching, Sean Denham is very good on both sides of his body. Got a little bit of trouble then, and he goes on to that left foot, and he can kick equally as well with his right foot.
Lobby to have a shot.
Normally a left foot kick, Denham, but watched him earlier, and he's very good on the right.
Kicked the goal with his first kick.
Modra off and Tony Hall coming on to the Bronx cheers of this Adelaide Essendon crowd.
Here's the left-footed Lloyd. He's kicked the goal. And they march on. Lloyd has 2. And this is a cricket score.
Behind, that was well done by McLeod. Morgan involved once again. This is Denham. He was going to go onto the right, then he could swing back onto his left. Lloyd, his second goal. 2 goals, 1 to the youngster playing his first game.
So back we go again to the centre. Chalmers and Somerville. Somerville won a bit sharp there by Tony McGuinness. Down towards full forward, and that's better because he got in front and he took a strong mark. And probably why Tony Modra's off the ground, because he was playing from behind.
Well, he was straight on, as we saw, straight onto the phone to the coach's box.
So Mark Rasciuto can kick a goal. Directly in front. Started off on the ball and he's kicked the goal. So that's his first and Adelaide's 4th, but there's still a long, long way down.
Incidentally, their second goal came at about the same moment in the second quarter. It's been a long time since they kicked a goal. In fact, just about a quarter. Adelaide. Shooter kicked 2 points last week.
Crows go into attack again, up towards the half forward, courtesy of McDermott. Robin at the back, under pressure, gets the hand pass away towards Hart. He blazes away at goal, but under pressure away to the right.
That was a bit better. A bit better. Robin showed a bit of body then. Well backed up by Hart.
The Danaher loses it. Wiedemann a chance. Rasciuto around his body, in towards full forward. The jostling goes on. Denham goes for the football. Cockatoo Collins almost runs out of room. In fact, he does. Margin is 92 points. But Essendon's highest score is, what, 21-10.
See, they're going to...
Oh, well, they'll belt that
do that easily, Sandy.
Yep.
Yeah.
136. And now we're getting ambitious. Their highest score ever was against the Dogs 13 years ago, back in 82. But they're a long way from that. And let's hope it doesn't get to that anyway. McCurry's away. Pops one into the middle, but by gee, they look dangerous. Mercedes. And another one towards Daniel Morgan. Morgan towards Salmon. Couldn't take it. Screaming past was O'Donnell, but Hurd can't get clear. Finally, it comes out towards Salmon. A little chip. He has 2 over the top. O'Donnell over the top. Thank you, Donald. And there's another one. Lloyd gets his 3rd. 19-12. Plays 4-4. The margin is 98 points.
What can you say in situations like this? Smart now at full back on Salmon. Hurd. And Salmon's got a lot of time, goes onto the left foot, as you can see there. O'Donnell quickly over the top. Look, there were three. It was a 3-on-1 situation there.
So Ben Hart playing on Matthew Lloyd. Somerville again. Chalmers flicked it back. Wiedemann went without it. They've lost it to Denham. Denham has it smothered off the boot, but here they come again. Denham to Mercedes. Joe Mercedes flattened as he kicked it.
No. Wiedemann, I think, might be trying to even up a bit because Denham was mouthing off after he dropped O'Donnell's.
So Denham, it is. He gets pushed in the back behind the play there. Now the short one is on, and the mark has been taken by young Matthew Lloyd. Again, and he's kicked 3 in a dream debut.
Well, Wanganeen had a purple patch in the second quarter. Could this be Lloyd's quarter? Wanganeen kicked 3 goals in the second quarter. Lloyd has kicked 2.
So there's the mark from Lloyd, but again getting in front of the Essendon forwards. You look at the ladder there, Sandy.
Well, I was looking at Essendon's percentage because they have the 3rd best percentage in the competition. And my word, they're going to build on that today.
Well, here's Lloyd going for his 4th from directly in front. A left footer, and he blazes it away to the left.
He's got a good kicking style, hasn't he, Peter? Do you like his style, Lloyd?
Not bad, although that was an ordinary kick. He just snuck it in for a behind. Now there's Greg Anderson looking on. Had a good first term and a very quiet second term. Nigel Smart went to centre half forward at one stage. Now back in defence. So Smart kicks it to the outer side of the ground. Here's Cockatoo.
He had his name written on that.
Great mark. On to Danny Morgan, who kicks on the left boot. Here's Salmon. He's got a couple to beat. Over the back. It's a free kick though to Adelaide in the meantime. Now advantage paid as Matthew Connell comes away from half back. Connell kicks long. Fletcher sets himself. He's been in front of his opponent.
Connell came off that half-back line, Peter, and there was nothing offering.
Wiedemann off the ground.
Up forward, and so he just had to blaze away.
Wiedemann off and Anderson on. As we see a throw in at half forward, Somerville grabs it to Denham. Mercury bump, but he still gets it to long. Back to Mercedes. Bad option. It should have been hand pass to Kelthorpe. Here's Jamison. Now McGuinness. Now Tregenza. Tregenza comes through the centre and sets it up. And here's a good lead and a good mark by Rashudo. He looks their best bet down there at full forward at the moment. Mark Rashudo will kick from about 35 metres on a 45-degree angle. His 2nd goal of the quarter. Let's hope for Adelaide's sake they can kick a goal here. Not a bad. He's hit the post. Good looking kicking style. But unfortunately for Mark, he missed it by hitting the post.
Is that 1 goal free to Rashudo?
Yes, he kicked 4 goals against Fremantle, full forward, just a few weeks ago, and his bullocking style paid handsome dividends. This could be a little lairish perhaps, and Bickley may make them pay. Or will he?
Hit the post.
Well, he should have made them pay.
It was a good effort actually by Bickley, and also Tim Darcy. Both players only had eyes for the ball.
Well, I thought there was going to be a head-on collision when that pass came. Oh boy.
Here is Darcy. Tregenza will do the roving work. There he is now. It's the hand pass away towards Tony McGuinness. Over the head of Edwards, who's tucked right in the pocket. Nice little turn, and he chips towards Rashudo as the Bombers make another change.
Mercedes.
And Ben Dawn comes on.
I wonder when he should have handballed before and he went for a short pass. I wonder if it's because of that. Because a handball, it would have been 1 kick down to the square.
Rashudo on the other hand. Going to be kicking from 40 metres. And he's got it. That's his second.
Well, he's kicked 2 goals too in this quarter, Mark Rashudo. Better looking kick, pointed toe. Good follow through.
So it's on Essendon's half-forward line again. Here's O'Connor along. Danger coming up. Here's Ben Doolan on the ground having a ping at goal and another poster. Well, Adelaide have kicked a couple in this term. Now it's Essendon's turn. As we see Rodney Maynard on the boundary line, squatting down there. Started on the bench for his South Australian side last week.
Yeah.
Nigel Smart.
Norwood,
coached by Neil Craig. Now, punch down ground. Wanganeen. Now Denham. Around the corner goes Denham. Nigel Smart ducking back to take the mark.
Maynard coming on. Ball off for Adelaide.
Well, Maynard will be calling for this, but I don't think Jamison saw him. Goes past him towards Robin on centre wing, who can't keep it in play. 128 plays 36. Somerville goes it alone.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Does not come any better. To Sean Denham into half forward. Hurd at the back. Gets a call, but couldn't quite find Wanganeen. This will allow Tregenza to clear. The idea was right. The execution just missing. Tregenza a couple of bounces. He looks down towards Rashudo and Robin territory. Neither can take the mark. Who's going to be first up? It's Simons. And away he comes. With relative ease, he chips it to Doolan. And he takes the mark. Almost down to the half-back front. Somerville calls for it. Chalmers has him covered. Long wants it short, but he says, no, I think I'll go over the other side towards David Calthorpe because he's on his own. Look at him, steam away. Powering into half forward and rips one into center.
See, they did it easily, didn't they? 2 of them. A beautiful 60-metre pass. Across to Calthorpe, and Calthorpe in turn just went around. I think it was Pesh just left him. Beautiful. Salmon has already kicked 5. Not a bad conversion rate. 8 kicks, 5 goals.
43 metres out. Straight through the middle.
Well, we could be on song for a big haul from Paul Salmon. It's been long overdue. He's got 6 goals, and we've still got a quarter and a half of footy. And what can he do in that quarter and a half? The statistician's gone to sleep.
Somerville again wins the centre bounce hit out. Then he goes and roves it himself, Somerville. Down towards Salmon, who waits at the back. Thumped away. Here's Smart. He's trying to soccer it off the ground. He finds Tony McGuinness. McGuinness to centre wing, but Shea Cockatoo Collins has taken the mark. He's very good overhead. He's got loose men everywhere. Tim Darcy's run away from the full-back area. He gives it across to Danny Morgan. Morgan flattened as he kicked it right down towards half forward. No mark to the Crows, but it was interference. A lucky one to Wellman. And he's damaged his arm here, I think. Out to McLeod. McLeod brings it to centre wing, a one-on-one contest. Doolan at the back, McKinnon at the front. Doolan with desperation. It comes off his fingertips and over the line on centre wing.
There he is, hurting himself. You can see they're holding the right arm.
Throw in on centre wing. McKinnon first to it. It's a hurried kick, just pulling it round his body, and Tyson Edwards takes a good mark. Under plenty of pressure from Shea Cockatoo Collins. Goes into the pocket, Maynard. James Hurd, yeah.
He's favouring his right arm too, Sandy. Maybe hyperextended at the elbow.
Down towards full forward, Rashudo and Darcy.
I think Donmany's got a crook elbow, Sandy.
All the way he's flexing it, Peter. There he is, see. Dr. Bruce Reid there on screen.
Doc Reid, he was a great VFA player with Preston.
Also a good Hawthorn player.
From the throw-in. Danaher there. Chalmers tries to get it out. He does, but with the wrong colours. Simons is away. Still going. Still going. Oh, yes! You've run a long way, but you've gone! But he does get the hand pass away. Long gave the call in the middle. It's socket off the ground. Back towards the half-forward line once again for the Crows. Thought I heard a whistle, but no, it's play on. Look at that steal from Wangani. Sensational play. Oh, this is wonderful football. But McCurry gets caught, and well caught. Look out, O'Donnell. O'Connor caught by McLeod, and the whistle is sounded. It'll come back. It's a free kick to Gary O'Donnell, I think. He'll take it. Jamo doesn't look like it one bit. Rod Jemison.
Michael Long coming off too, Sandy, and Joe Masudi coming back on. I think Kevin Shooty's just pulling these changes at Wynn, giving players a rest.
Yep. Gary O'Donnell, 9 kicks.
It's a pity James Hurd's gone off the ground because I was
giving him a
BAG.
vote.
Well, I wonder, Curls might check it out whether he does have a bit of an arm problem. What's the opposite? Whatever you said it was.
No, hyperextension, Sandy. Coming from Lucendale, you wouldn't understand what hyperextension means, let alone pronounce the word.
He didn't have doctors there. O'Donnell directly in front from 47 metres. And a deathly hush means one behind.
Good off the boot too. Tony Modra about to come back on.
99 points the margin.
I wonder where they are going to put Modra. Shudo's doing all right down forward, Peter.
Yeah,
Well, would you play him
up the ground, see how
Well,
it goes.
see how
Or
it
in
goes.
defence,
Yeah, why not?
half-back
Why
or
not?
something?
Yeah, why not?
Just throw it round. Anyway, look, here's another one. Straight into goal. Sean Denham. Just 2-2 easy.
Well, Wellman coming off, and it looks like Modra is going to go to half-back. Well, Wellman favouring that right arm. Oh, no, it's not. He's going forward, Modra. Just where he's going. He's going, looks like the forward pocket. Tim Darcy's coming over to pick him up. So we've got Maynard down back now. Yes, we've got Maynard across half-back line as Denham goes in.
Tony Modra on the ground and down to the forward pocket alongside Mark Rashudo. Tim Darcy picking him up. Somerville dominated the rucks. Quick kick was by Denham
I
down.
don't mind this young fellow,
McLeod. He's done well in this quarter. Then Ben Hart on to Jamison. Rodney Jamison goes inside with a hand pass. Here's Tregenza trying to get something going. Bickley. Anderson. Tregenza again. Here's Tyson Edwards. A quick kick by Tregenza.
Oh, it's being held.
And it rolls through for a behind and no free kick.
Rashudo was holding on to Simons. Why wasn't that free kick paid?
Tregenza covered an enormous amount of territory then. 21-15 to 5-7. Darcy finds O'Donnell. There's loose men everywhere out here. Ben Dillon takes the mark.
And he's away. Spent considerable time on the bench before getting his chance. McDermott fists it clear down towards Pesh. Back to McDermott. Wide to Connell. Matt Connell. Centering kick in towards half forward.
Gee, that was a good tackle.
On Rashudo. Now this is Edwards' kick in towards Modra. Simons there also. And Anderson. Threw it out.
True. Yes, exactly, Sandy. It was a difficult one for the umpire to pay, but it was nevertheless a throw.
Tim Darcy. A fine career as a cat. Anderson. Not good for words. Modra kicked a couple. Tries to give this one away. And what's he done? He's kicked a goal. So Chalmers gets his first after the hand pass from Tony Modra. That's 3 for the turn.
It's a bit like you start this man on screen. He's been everywhere, hasn't he? Last week he was a full back. He had Rocker. He went into the ruck, he's down forward and he's repeating the dose again. Here he is, back, ruck forward, and he's kicked a goal. Last week, I don't think he kicked a goal, Chalmers. He only kicked a point.
So 141 to 43. Chalmers goes back, but he's beaten for it by Somerville. There's Mark Bickley. Anderson. Now Danaher. Here's smoking Joe Mercedes. Oh, he's nearly unloaded. He's caught. Gets in a quick hand pass. Should have socketed it off the ground, but he gets in another hand pass. And the umpire said he threw it. Did he, or did he hang on to it? Throw, I think. And Joe's not happy. Here's Chalmers. Brett Chalmers. Oh,
look at that
kick. Straight to Shea Cockatoo Collins at halfback.
Look at the Essendon fellows unattended down there. 3 of them.
And away he strolls. Back t'other way.
Jason putting a bit of pressure
into the middle. McDermott comes over the top, but it's Cummings doing the roving work, and they'll set something up here courtesy of Denham. Calthorpe running through the middle. Look at him go. Finds that extra piece of speed. Gives it to Mark Mercury, who snaps in towards goal, but he's off target. One by. Again, the margin out to 99 points.
He's a class player, Mercury.
Jamison has played every game so far this year. So too has Nigel Smart. Only 5 Crows have. Ben Hart. Well, his 21st birthday tomorrow may be a little subdued. It's 3/4 time. It was a better quarter by the Crows scoring-wise. They doubled their first half score. But they've got a long, long way to go. David Calthorpe looking a little tired as Modra. Well, he spent time on the bench. He kicked 2 goals in the first quarter. But a very dispirited group of Crows head towards the wing area. Essendon, on the other hand, up at the minute. Paul Salmon, 2 goals in that quarter. He's kicked 6 for the match. And Kevin Sheedy and his team could certainly be satisfied with their afternoon's work as it stands at the moment. At 3/4 time, Essendon 21-16, 142. Lead Adelaide 6-7, 43. 21-16 plays 6-7. Somerville has done the big man work on the ball and done it well. O'Donnell chips it out towards half-forward. Maynard couldn't take it, runs into Cummings, who sees it socket away. Mercedes passes and it is too easy.
Everything's just coming off, isn't it, Sandy?
Yep.
Like that little toe poke at the ball, it goes across to Mercedes in turn. Look, they're laughing, that's how much. Oh. Boy, look. Treating the opposition with contempt.
O'Connor for his first goal of the day. Kicking from 38 metres. And kicking truly as the score continues to build. Now we're over 100-point margin.
9 players have kicked goals for Essendon. They've had another 5 odd players that have kicked points but haven't kicked the big one. So it's not a bad effort to have 14 contributors on the scoreboard. City happy to get that. Spots O'Connor.
Well, it's important that Adelaide can muster something up here for the rest of the season. But it's Doolan who grabs it and brings it down towards half-forward. Good attempt to mark, but it's given by Lloyd to Wanganeen. Is this goal number 5? No. He's missed it. It was handed to him by Matthew Lloyd on a plate there. There he is, youngster playing his first game. He's kicked 3 goals. Wanganeen's kicked 4. Salmon's kicked 6. Mercury's kicked 3, but it's just been a procession down that end of the ground.
Nigel Smart brings it back into play. Good looking kick out. O'Connor tries to fist it on Connell. He gets a hand pass towards Tregenza, almost taken high. Got a call out the back door but didn't get there in time. And now it opens the door for Mercury. In trouble. Slung. Gets the hand pass away. Back to Danaher. Goes through towards Morgan. A high kick towards Salmon. Smart is coming from behind to spoil. Cockatoo Collins there. Now McGuinness, the 200 gamer, chips towards the half-back flank region. Doolan a late spoiler on Connell, but he did get there in time to effect the spoil. Thrown out towards McKinnon and Smart. It's the latter who gets the hand pass away, but Denham maintains control. Goes across to Somerville, and he marks forward of the middle. Peter Somerville has fellow big man Salmon on a lead. It's not a good kick. Ben Hart drops in to take the mark. Gets it clear to Jamison, who goes short only as far as McGuinness. Over the top now to Anderson. Spent time on the bench. McDermott. Well, this is his 100th game.
Connell.
Great courage.
That was courage, wasn't it?
Well, Curl said, who's going to stand up and be counted?
There's no one for the Crows back in the square.
Well, the only one there is Somerville.
That's what now they have.
Robin drops back.
But look.
He might find him.
Well, Somerville very slow on the uptake there, but that's why he didn't kick the ball initially. There was no one back there.
And there's a 1-on-3 situation, and Robin finishes up with a ball. 3 Essendon, 1 Crow, and that Crow took a long time to get down there. A little bit of a chink on the eye. See the left eye of Matthew Robin.
So there's a kick from Robin. It's a goal. Matthew Robin has kicked his first, and the Crows move their score under 7-7. He's still got that chink above the eye there.
That's a chink.
Called it.
Listen to some words of wisdom, will you please? He's got some ability, this fellow. He's a bit of an enigma. I think he's really got something. He can play football. McCurry coming off. Long on.
So Mark McCurry having a spell, and Michael Long back out on the ground. Robin again.
In front. That's the way to do it.
Chalmers
the game.
Heads for home, but he's away to the left and out of bounds on the full.
It's the only way to play that centre-half forward position, the way Robin did then. We saw her do it all day, in front on every occasion, and then you feed the ball off.
Donald towards the centre wing. He wanted Somerville, couldn't quite get there in time. Cummings does well to keep it in play, then give it across to Masidi. He kicks over towards the half-forward line. Wanganeen dashes across that area now. He's under pressure from Tyson Edwards, played by the Brownlow medalist. Look at the way he kept it in. Beautifully to Ryan O'Connor. He snaps at goal and he misses. And Paul Salmon is out the front saying, "Why not me, oh Lord? Why not me?"
Did he really?
I don't think he saw it. 150 to 49. Smart over the top to Edwards. Then Ben Hart. Oh, he nearly bounced it out of bounds then. Pesh. Doolan couldn't grab him. Here's Nick Pesh. Round the boundary line, then he brings it back inside towards Modra. Modra stops, brings it in towards full forward to Rashudo. He's underneath it. Simon's at the back. Michael Simons tunnel balled it. Here's Robin trying to get it out, or did he try to get it out? He hooked it in fact. It'll be a bounce about 30 metres out from the Crows' goal. Darren Goldsmith, Steve McBurney, Grant Burney. Goldsmith, I think, is the best umpire in the comp. As you see, the kick at goal by Robin.
Well, that is a big statement.
By a mile, in fact.
But that statement's the biggest by a mile.
I think he umpired the grand final 2 years ago. Then he was out for a season with an Achilles tendon. He's an outstanding umpire, Sandy.
Cockatoo Collins is away. Runs through the middle. Gets the hand pass clear towards Sean Denham. Now, there's been a whistle.
Free kick further into up the field.
The advantage.
Because it had rolled away from him. He hadn't picked it up, I think.
So Denham, who was in the clear by a mile, goes back and takes his kick. There's a bit of a nudge there.
Yes, push. That's a good decision.
against Cummins on Maynard. He gives it across to Nick Pesh.
Good chase.
Shrugs it, yes, but he shrugs it. And boots it towards half forward. Courage shown by Darcy as he backed into the pack. Simons has this uncanny ability of changing direction on a sixpence. It's extraordinary. Denham. A floater towards Salmon. Couldn't mark. Maynard waiting down in front. Puts it out in front of Tregenza. The Crows are clear again through Bickley, although he's put his former captain under pressure, McDermott. He's equal to the task to Smart. Smart heads for home. There's no one else there, only Dustin Fletcher.
Well, here they go on the rebound here as it's taken by Peter Somerville. A clever hand pass, a high floater. As he gets it to Cockatoo, Collins has a bounce. Chips it in towards half forward. Can someone take a mark? He can. Cummings. Scott Cummings who started on the back line. Cummings, the leader's on by Salmon. Here he is on his own. No one with him. Oh, dreadful back play. He had lost his opponent.
I don't know about you guys, but each time I look at Salmon when he's about to toe, it looks as if he's lost his boot. Those markings on the side of his boot are so dominant. They're a white marking. You see there, every time I look at he's lost his shoe again. There he is, the big fella. Now let's see, he goes through that. Now he'll do a little squat. Yes, he does that. There's the squat.
So Paul Salmon has kicked beautifully today for goal. He's kicked 6. He's directly in front for goal number 7. The big fellow kicks it, starts to float back. It's a goal, all right. Oh, 7 goals to the big fish, Paul Salmon.
This will be his biggest haul for quite a while. And it's good to see him. Let's hope he can maintain it, because when he started, he was something else, Salmon. Unfortunately, he did his knee out at Collingwood, Victoria Park, and that seemed to finish him. Boy, he was in sensational form before he did that knee, and he hasn't kicked too many bags since.
Seven goals to Paul Salmon. Fine effort. Centre bounce. Pesh wins it out towards Tregenza. Onto the left foot he goes, but only as far as Fletcher, who weaves his way through the pack. The big man does wonderfully well. Up towards Salmon, and they've swamped him.
No doubt about that one.
Well, if he was a fish, he would have drowned.
If he was
No, hang on.
who would have drowned?
Well, he's got the free kick.
Oh, I think you're on something. We know what the players are talking about. Now he's a fish and he's going to... Oh.
He's got swamped. Look at him.
He did get swamped.
Oh, is that what you meant to say?
I'll tell you one thing I will say about Salmon. He is a terrific kick for goal. He takes all that time and everyone makes fun of him. The way he takes
But he
half
goes
an hour
through
to
the
kick
same
it.
ritual
I
each
know.
time, doesn't he? The hands
Now,
go
hang
up the
on.
back of the... There's a squat. We get another squat. He got 2.
But he's a great kick for goal. There's Robert Shaw. Very worried looking Robert Shaw as we see Salmon kick from 35 metres. He might have missed one.
Yes.
He has. He's hooked it.
Well, she's been very accurate today. That's his second point for the game.
So 23-19 to 7-8. Very disappointing for Adelaide, and it's not going to get much easier. They've got some tough games coming up.
Yeah.
I think they've got North Melbourne.
I thought they'd make the 4 and
North
make
Melbourne
the
coming
8 and make it easily this year, Adelaide.
Yeah,
think
North
there was-
Melbourne in Adelaide.
There was a bit of a feeling that would be the case, Tom, but
Well, they've been hit by injuries, haven't they? Like Ren is a bad loss, and then they had Pippin out too.
and the loss of form has certainly hurt them with
Yeah,
players
McGuinness
like
would have hurt too. He was out for quite a while with that knee injury.
Anyway, play goes on at the moment. A McLeod swamp. Cockatoo Collins, if it sits, he'll be in business. Oh, he's put in a headlock. But he picks himself up. Inside 50. Somerville. Lloyd. Cockatoo Collins tries to spin out of trouble, only as far as McLeod onto McGuinness. In towards full forward. Morgan was there, couldn't take the mark, and eventually one behind is the end result. 23-19 plays 7-9. Darcy. Well, they'll have to take it back. Probably just as well, because the Bombers could have run that right down the ground then, the loose players. So he does it again. This time finds Michael Locke. Long from the back pocket, gets around Mark Bickley. Flat looking kick down towards Doolan and Anderson. The latter is going to take it. Well, the Bomber fans have long memories. McGuinness, Jamison shrugs a tackle and has an awkward looking bounce. Flicks it into half forward. At the back, McLeod hurriedly onto the left foot. Too hurriedly. Simons in front of Rashudo.
So Michael Simons, he gets some tasks. He's playing in all sorts of positions. He brings it to half back. I think I might have to go back here, isn't it? Oh, no, it's all right. Greenbold, as he finds O'Connor. Ryan O'Connor. Centre wing. And a mark taken by Cummings. They've got some big man strength. Now, big danger here because here's the big fish, Salmon. Yes, he's got it again. And Paul Salmon is going to line up for goal number 8.
Now listen, I'm just going through contemplating these votes. Do you think he's worth a vote, Peter? Because I had Hurd as probably best on the ground, but
first half, and then
he's gone off.
I'm going to give Hurd a vote.
Well, what about Salmon?
8 goals would be the vote, wouldn't it?
Salmon will be in the votes, and so will Sean Denham. So the big fish will kick from, well, 40 metres directly in front for goal number 8. And there's the kick.
He's got it.
It's a goal.
Well done, Paul Salmon. That's his 8th goal.
Will be permitted on the arena after today's game.
And here's the build-up once again.
To centre square. Thank you.
It's Cummings playing a centre half forward. Hits Salmon with the ball.
.163 plays 51 and Somerville bangs it down towards the half-forward line once again. McKinnon runs across to cut it off, and he does. Gets a left foot kick hurriedly. Goes to half-forward, but a good mark. Defensive mark taken by Tim Darcy. On away goes Simons. Gets underneath one towards O'Connor at half-forward. Couldn't take the mark. McKinnon clean ball. Opens it up for Denham. He's been a sensational player, Sean Denham. Up towards Cummings at the back.
Oh. No, he's got to come back and kick over the mark.
You just see there the difference in size between Maynard and Cummings. You can see there they're enjoying their football, Essendon. And really, you should show the Adelaide players the way that the Essendon players are treating this game. You know, it really should make their blood boil if they've got anything going through their veins. They've got any passion for the game.
Yet to kick a goal.
Really come out.
Scott Cummings.
And do something about it.
But kicking from 10 metres out. And goals. Cummings gets his first. Well, this is a big score now. I have an idea this is their biggest score against Adelaide. We'll see if we can confirm that. But Cummings, good use of the body.
Denham's been fantastic.
Yep.
Long kick, Cummings. He would love to play it full forward, I bet.
No, the interesting thing about him is that he can't put it together, Peter, consistently. That's why they don't play him that.
Well, Dermot and McGuinness, two of the old stages there in the middle there with David Greenbold. Mark Bickley there, Danny Morgan, a youngster with the mop of red hair, Robert Shaw and Mickey Taylor, former Collingwood star, and Norwood, I should say. Norwood. Now, centre of the ground is Cockatoo Collins. Here's Anderson on the left. Bring it down towards full force. Some holding going on. Rashudo might have been held. Touched through by Lloyd, I feel, right in the line. And
very dark here at the MCG.
So Tim Darcy kicks it long, a beautiful kick and a strong mark taken by David Greenbold. Off he goes. Former South Australian in towards the centre of the round. Summerall has dominated the hit-outs.
He's done well, hasn't he?
Here's Long. He's been excellent also. He's caught. Gets in a hand pass. Masiti.
Shocking.
That was Pelthorpe. Now Somerville on the left boot. Now towards half forward. Taken away by McKinnon. McKinnon, big chance here for Tregenza. The races onto the ball. Simon Tregenza will get there first. Onto the right boot. Flattened as he kicked. Down towards half forward. It's no mark. Punched away. Lloyd's having a spell in defence as we've seen the last couple of minutes. Cockatoo Collins brings it away. The
advantage.
No, I think the ball's got to go back, doesn't it?
No, he's paid down.
Oh, has he?
To Joe Masidi.
No movement.
Cockatoo Collins does the shepherding, and Masidi gains probably 15 metres. Kicks towards centre wing.
Oh, good mark.
Danaher. Strong mark. To half forward. Maynard tries to edge out and got through some pretty heavy traffic there before giving it to Anderson, who floats it back towards the centre. Waiting down was Danaher and McKinnon and Masidi. Now McDermott gives it to Pesh, put him under pressure. Back to McDermott again. Through the centre, the former skipper goes. Wider towards McLeod. He shoots it down towards the forward line, towards Modra territory, but it's fisted down in front. Pesh was there. Could have been interfered with. No, said the umpire. Look at the desperation of young Lloyd to get in front of Smart. Well played. And O'Donnell,
look at this.
Sees it clear to Calthorpe. To centre wing. Mendulan. Charges towards half forward. Grenville. Wanganeen. Doing it on the bit. Look at that.
You can't tell me this bloke wouldn't make a real good forward.
He's not consistent up there. He'll kick a bag one
Well,
week.
he's only ever there for 5 minutes, and then they move him to centre back. They move him everywhere, Essendon, but that's their style. That's the way they coach. He coaches them.
Well, Salmon stayed there all day.
Yeah, but he's either a ruckman or a full forward. He's not a backman at all, is he, Salmon?
He's not a what?
A backman. He's not one of the.
But what I'm saying is that
I don't know what you're saying. Actually.
Well, I'm saying that Salmon has played at full forward all day and has not been moved. If this man was consistently good up forward, I'm sure they'd leave him up there.
20 matches, he's kicked 37 goals.
Forwards are very hard to find.
It's a compliment to you, Pete. And this for his second, and he's put it straight through the middle. Cummings, 2 goals have both come in this quarter. Look at that scoreline, 26-19 to 7-10.
Yes, it's quite unbelievable, isn't it, really? It was a good attempt. I thought he pulled that down, Grenville. Well backed up by Wanganeen. He's done it in bursts today, Wanganeen, but that's an excellent lead. It's an excellent kick too, Cummings.
Somerville is rucked all day. Now the long. Oh, look at the hand pass. To Doolan. Ben Doolan sprints away, kicks it wide, hoping someone can take a mark. There he is again, Scott Cummings. Oh, I told you he's a full forward gone.
Don't hit me.
No, they're very lucky, Essendon. They've got this tall timber that is so adaptable.
Yeah, and Doolan finished it off well. Actually, he was a sprint champion as a youngster, Doolan. You can see there the toe he showed. And he is a strong mark. He certainly does know how to play that position away. He led before to Wanganeen's lead, and that was a strong mark. He's an excellent kick for goal too, over distance.
Well, Cummings is going for his third here. He spent most of the game on the back line. Scott Cummings can kick a country mile. Oh, it's close.
He's got it just
sneak it in. Yes. 3 goals. Just Cummings and Kevin Sheedy must be delighted with what he's seen.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen a game like this, where one side has completely dominated.
I saw it last week, Collingwood against Adelaide.
Oh, really? Were they as bad as this, Adelaide?
Worse.
Worse than this?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, it couldn't be any worse, surely.
They were last week.
Well, I didn't see that game, but gee, they must have been pathetic. It's an improvement. They're an improvement today on last week, Paul.
Well, I think in endeavour, definitely.
Well, 40,269 people here today have seen a thrashing. They're just letting it go to try and win it out of the centre. And when they did, the whistle sounded and they'll bring it back again. As Don said, it has become very dark.
I don't think they'll turn the lights on, Sandy. Most of electricity, only, what, 5 minutes to go?
No. Towards half forward, Somerville. 1-2 grabs, not paid.
Free kick, Wanganeen.
20 goals, 9 the margin.
And the interesting thing is, not many of this crowd have left the ground.
Well,
You'll feast your eye around, Sandy, or cast it around.
The Bogs obviously being Essendon supporters, but I did speak to a number of Crow supporters who'd made the journey across from Adelaide today and were most optimistic, so I guess that'd be very disappointing. Wanganeen has booted 4.
Oh, he stubbed his toe.
He did. Still in the scoring zone,
That
however.
hurts, doesn't it, Peter, when you stub your toe?
Tregenza.
I never did it.
You never did it?
No.
Oh,
Over the line.
that's something you should look forward to. You have the kick. I used to do it all the time.
Oh, dear.
You still...
Now, let's just check the record books, boys, because against Adelaide, they have rewritten the record books, Essendon. That could have been a throw. Long. Look at his lightning hand pass. Wonderful to watch. It finishes with O'Donnell. Chips towards Wanganeen. Couldn't quite take it with the one hand. Tyson Edwards goes wide and Anderson takes the mark. Might have another look at that official score, that former highest score, because they have whizzed past that. They've now kicked 27-19, easily surpassing their previous best against the Adelaide Crows as Tregenza comes away.
Simon Tregenza to the half-forward line. He's put it out in the full, I think, or has he marked Nigel Smarty? He's just marked it on the line. So here he is. He's been up and down the ground today. Started centre half back. Then into the forward line. There's Modra. He's got it, Tony Modra. Hooks it back at goal. And it's marked right in the square by Michael Simon.
Have a look at all the players running out to offer an option to Essendon. They're everywhere.
Well, they've got Grenville going to take it. Here's James Hurd back on the ground for the last minute.
He's stiff.
It's a strange decision to...
He's very stiff, isn't he? Very proppy.
Brought him on for 3 minutes to go. That's a very strange decision as we see Long to Calthorpe. Hurd was best man in the ground the first half and he got injured.
Nothing around with this.
Masiti back to Calthorpe. Here's Doolan. Now Cockatoo Collins gets a favourable bounce. Danger for Adelaide again as he bends it back. No mark to O'Connor. Taken by Jamieson. On to Tony McGuinness, and it's a free kick back behind the play to Rodney Jamieson, who proceeds to give it back to Tony McGuinness.
The 200 gamer goes towards Bickley, almost down to centre wing, drifts it into Nick Pesh in the centre, has a look down to half forward, and it's there that McKinnon takes the mark. Into the pocket. Rashudo was on the lead. Backs now. Good hand pass. Nigel Smart will kick a goal. Not so. Gets his first. And that is their second for the quarter.
And it wasn't a good kick here by McKinnon. Look how it goes over the head of Rashudo. He should have put it in front. Rashudo had a paddock in which to lead. But because he was in front, Rashudo, he was quicker to double back than what Simons was. And swiped on the ball and got it across to Smart. It was a great kick by McKinnon.
There's James Hurd, who was best man by a mile in the first half. 181 to 58. As we see Danaher shuffled out towards Calthorpe by Morgan. Eventually the kick comes down towards half forward. Racing after it is Rodney Maynard. On to McGuinness. McGuinness back to Maynard, one of the evergreen players for Adelaide. Been around a long time. Finds Rubrick. Here's Bickley, who's not in that same sparkling form of a couple of seasons ago. On to McLeod. McLeod, look at this. The bounce through was helped through by someone with not a forward within 30 metres of goal for Adelaide.
1.5 minutes remaining. percentage booster for the Bombers. They already had a pretty good percentage. Cockatoo Collins, penetrating hand pass to Smokin' Joe Masidi. He floats it up towards the half-forward line. McGuinness chips in front of Cummins and takes the defensive mark. Wider to Edwards, gets caught, not before he gets the hand pass away. Connell towards centre wing, long on McKinnon. The latter gets it out to Tregenza, back to Maynard. In towards full forward and Smart.
He's a great acquisition when he does that.
Well, he just goes back and goes bang. And away to the right for behind. So inside the last minute, what has been a long day, especially for the Crows. Darcy again. Pinpoint accuracy to Wanganeen. And away goes the little champ. Over the head of O'Donnell. Running onto it was Chris Danaher. He's got plenty of support. Denham has been sensational today. Doolan sweeps it wide. He's got long going pass and he accommodates him. But again, McGuinness drops in that little hole. Cummings taken high. Brute strength gets him clear. He almost gets a kick. He goes in for another one. Gets the hand pass away to Doolan. Doolan goes back to Long. Long a chip. They've got a number of players there. And eventually it's Danaher who takes them on.
It's a good effort by Scott Cummings, who is certainly outnumbered. And as you said, Sandy, just strength, brute strength.
Danaher with seconds only remaining. He knows there's not a lot of time left and he wants to get on the scoreboard. Well, he has, but only with a behind. It's all over for the Crows. But what a win. What a win to the Bombers. And Robert Shaw and Michael Taylor must now ponder what can they do. They kicked 2 goals 5 in that final term. There it is after that humiliating defeat. The final scoreline, Essendon 27-20, 182, Adelaide 8-12, 60.